What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rant, no hate. So, Naoya Inoue gets dropped in the first round by Luis Nery. And Inoue's fan base isn't going to go against him and say anything against him. Now, I don't feel like you should just say things about a person just to say it, which is what a whole lot of these people do nowadays. They love to just run their mouth and talk. The funny thing that I find about hypocritical fans, though, is this. Notice how when a guy gets dropped, oh, he got a suspect chin, he got a weak chin. You didn't hear people say that about Inoue. Now, the reality is, I don't think Inoue has a suspect chin. I felt like he got caught with a solid left hook right on the chin, hit him so hard he spent him around, dropped him, and he was like, oh shit. Like, he was okay. He got up, okay, like a champion's supposed to do, like a warrior supposed to do, and he fought back. It became more of a toe-to-toe battle, pretty much. It was like a stalemate type fight the whole way through. He dropped, Nery a couple of times, and he wound up, getting rid of him in the 6th round. The bottom line is he won. Because somebody gets knocked down doesn't mean they have a weak chin, okay? Because someone gets buzzed doesn't mean they have a weak chin. It's boxing, it's fighting, shit happens, okay? But the bottom line is he won. He was in basically he dominated the fight. He just got dropped in the first round. And, it's funny when I hear people give their opinions and tell these bullshit stories and try to make something to be different from what it was. Dude got dropped, okay, it's bottom line. And he got up and he took over that fight. That's all that happened. He doesn't have a weak chin. I don't think people should start attacking him just for the sake that you got fans of these fighters that attack other people, which is the ignorance. This is what I'm talking about. Inoue is smart enough to know that there's danger in any opponent that you fight, unless you just cherry pick somebody who basically just shouldn't be in there with you at all. Nery, he wasn't much of a contest. He just landed a shot that dropped Inoue. That's all. Now, the problem that Inoue is going to have, in all honesty, as far as the division goes, it all depends on what he wants. If he's okay with staying at that weight class and fighting, then so be it, and he's fine. If he's looking for better challenges, that division isn't deep like that. And so going up in weight is going to put Inoue in a position of, okay, now you're gonna be fighting bigger, stronger guys at 130. At 130, he faced the same situation that he faces at 126. Is that there's just not enough big names there. So, once again, if he's okay with staying at 126, and okay, cool, no problem. Tim Bradley was one of the commentators there, and he said the same thing, that he's going to have to come to the States and fight in the States. And I'm not saying like he shouldn't, but in terms of saying he has to come to the States to become a big star, it all depends on what he wants. Not to mention, there's no big stars at 126 or 130, from the States. So he still be fighting somebody in America that's not from America. So, to say more eyes would be on him, it depends on the card he's on. Let's be honest. And let's be real, those smaller weight classes don't get a lot of attention anyway. Now, I do agree, for him to become a bigger star, if that's what he wants to do, he's eventually going to have to go up to 135 for that to happen. Inoue already stated he's seen guys go up in weight and they don't perform the same way. So I don't think that's what he wants to do. So I'm not getting caught up on, oh, he should do this, he should do that. It all depends on what you want to do, man. That's what it comes down to. It's not about what everybody think you should do. Now, if he was expecting something more rewarding to come his way against that level of competition, That's just the bottom line. Is that then he would be unrealistic about what he wants because, like I said, there's no names, there's no super fights for him at 126 or 130. None. So 135 isn't as stacked as it used to be. But at the same time, 140, because most of those guys went to 140. Now you have guys like Frank Martin, Keyshawn Davis, Shakur's there and Tank is there, but it just doesn't have the same feel. Frank Martin, we'll see what he can do against Tank when they fight. Keyshawn Davis, the same thing. These guys are not superstars, at least not yet. Not to mention, I think those guys are all too big for Inoue, and Inoue eventually gets knocked out. I'm going to say this, like I said before. I wouldn't put Inoue in there with Tank. And let me just be real, okay? Nery dropped him with one punch, okay? He got back up, but he dropped him with one punch. Imagine what Tank punches would be like. Inoue would be different for him, man. It wouldn't be the same, and he would have a size disadvantage against everybody just about. And I know in your mind you want him to be like a real life Goku, Dragon Ball Z character or something, but he's human. I don't see the reason for him to actually go up just to go up. Now, if he gets it in his mind, I want to make more money, I want more popularity, well, then yeah, that's what he's going to have to do. But if he's okay with where he is, and then that's fine, like that, he feels like, hey man, I'm doing fine just where I am, so be it. It is what it is. But no, I'm not like other people. I'm not gonna sit here, yeah, LOL, haha, he got dropped. So fucking what? He got dropped. Like I said, he got back up, and he continued to fight, and he won, and he dominated the rest of the fight. Hell, Ali has been dropped. Ray Leonard has been dropped. Ray Robinson has been dropped. Mike Tyson has been dropped. Okay, Larry Holmes has been dropped. I mean, we can go on. Roy Jones has been dropped. Joe Calzaghe has been dropped. Okay, we can go on. Okay, that doesn't mean you have a weak chin. Doesn't mean that you can't fight. You're suspect. All this bullshit. You're overrated. You guys be talking some stupid shit and all it is ha whatever. No, I don't. And I'm saying what I'm saying because I really believe in what I'm saying. And I don't really see the need. Like I said, unless Inoue expects more and wants more, I don't see the purpose of him going up otherwise, because it's not going to be the same for him. Now, if he want to test himself to see what he can do with the bigger weight, whatever he chooses to do. But I will tell you, he go up in weight, it's going to be a completely different story. And I don't care about, listen, like when you watched him against Nery was trying to slug it out with him. Nery doesn't have the hand speed. His punch selection wasn't the same. He doesn't have the. But bottom line, and Inoue wasn't really boxed. They wasn't even boxing each other. They were punching. They were brawling. Okay, but Inoue too fast, too much power. Where he was able to hit Nery with clean shots, big shots. So Nery basically, he had landed a good shot that wowed everybody. That definitely was something people didn't think was going to happen. But like I said, you never know. Now, I always say, like, we don't need to go with what is, because we have an outcome. But that would have been a situation where that punch was hard enough to knock Inoue out. You understand what I mean? It would have been like a whole, like, people would have the long face. Okay, it'd have been a whole different situation than like what the hell just happened, right? And that's not what happened though. And it's funny because, when I was reading the comments about, that fight, and I started laughing because I said, it's funny though. It just made me laugh when I was like certain people that don't like Inoue, or not even so much don't like Inoue, people that just get sick of hearing these fighter fans. So Inoue is a fighter that has fans that, again, they always want to put people on pedestals. Like, people say shit like, yo, no disrespect to nobody else, but Inoue is the only guy at this weight class that can get me up 4 a.m. to watch it. I'm like, damn, it's a shame that a man can get you up to do any fucking thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, fuck you mean? No disrespect. Like, I'm just saying, shit. Inoue won a fight. That's his accomplishment, not yours. But yeah, the fans love to talk shit. Now, my point with that is, had that been like for example, any other fighter that we've seen get clowned, or they got a suspect chin, they're overrated. Okay, my point is same thing. If that would have been anybody else that they don't give a fuck about, that's what comes out of their mouth. But they always make excuses, just like Luke Campbell dropping Ryan Garcia. Yo, but he got up and fought back. Yes, he did. Yes, that's what matters. But why is it when it happens to certain fighters, y'all don't have that same energy? You understand? It's always a different thing. That person all of a sudden has a suspect chin. It is what it is, though. I like Inoue as a fighter, but I just find it funny, man, how people go from insulting one fighter for getting dropped in a fight versus praising a different fighter for getting dropped in a fight. Even if they got back up and did the same thing, it doesn't matter. He has a suspect chin. I've seen guys get wobbled, don't even go down. They get a little buzz, got caught with a hard shot, and don't go down, and you say they have a suspect chin. God damn, give the guy credit for standing up. So it is what it is. So yeah, I don't think Inoue has a suspect chin. I don't think that it made him look bad. I think it's a fight. He got caught. He got up and he handled his business. So salute to Inoue for doing what he did. Salute to Nery for coming with what he had. And that's just the way things go. That's just the way it happens sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's a fight. That's all. There's no law that says you have to be perfect every round. But that's a testament to the guys that are so good that they barely lost rounds. You see? But you hate on them and call them boring. Or, they didn't this, they that. They don't go for the knockout. Right? They don't have to. But I wouldn't advise Inoue to go up in weight. Just to go up in weight. I can see him having problems just with power alone. Reach. I mean, he's going to have disadvantages, and it's not going to be the same. And although he can punch, he's going to be fighting guys that hit way harder than him, and you'll see the difference then. I don't change my stance on that, like I told y'all before, and I mean it. Tank would destroy Inoue. I don't know where y'all coming off with this. That'd be a super fight. No, it wouldn't. On paper, y'all think it would. It really wouldn't be a super fight. That would be a massacre, man. He couldn't do nothing with Tank. I can't. I don't even. I see certain fighters and I get that feeling like this person versus I don't get that feel at all with Inoue and Tank. It's not the same. He's too damn small. He's too small. Don't get beside yourselves and start, hyping up a person to put them in a position where they're somewhere that they don't belong. And all that, he did to be great. Yeah, well, certain things are just not worth doing, because at the end of the day, I mean, you never know. You can go for it, but for him himself to say, keep seeing guys go up in weight and don't perform well, because it's different when you go up. He knows what he's talking about. He's smart. So hopefully for him, whatever he decided to do is what he decided to do. But hopefully he don't let it get to a point, where he feels like he needs to do more, not so much for himself, but to appease others. Let me see what can happen. I mean, but hey, it's up to him. But that's not a fight that I would advise him to take, man. Like, Tank is a weirdo and all that, man, but the motherfucker can fight. He's strong, and it's not going to be the same, him getting hit by Tank. Tank then got hit by people that hit way harder than Inoue. Y'all got to understand, Inoue is a tiny guy, man. Okay? Any fucking grown-ass man that can comfortably make 122 pounds and 126 pounds is tiny. So for him to go up in weight, that wouldn't help him. It wouldn't help him. So, anyway, tell me what y'all think about the Inoue fight. Talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.